My name is Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change. Listen, today is Wake Up Wednesday. It's time to stop playing with your life, guys. It's time to stop blaming other people. It's time to stop worrying about what day of the week it is. It doesn't matter. What matters is, do you have a plan of execution to reach your goals, to reach your dreams, to elevate your family, your friends, your employees, your coworkers, whatever the case may be? Do you have a plan? And if you don't, I'm here to tell you that you got to stop playing with your life. You cannot wake up as if you're just a robot and you just do the same thing every day expecting a different result. I'm here to tell you that nothing will ever change, period, until you do something different, until you get out of the bed, until you get off the couch, until you stop lounging at the pool all day. Then you can't be successful. Now, listen, I understand everybody is pushing for freedom, but in order to get freedom, you must put in work. But it's not as simple as putting in work. You got to put in work, make the income, then put the money back to work. You have to get to the point where you live your life by design. And one of the ways to do that is to pursue entrepreneurship. In entrepreneurship, guys, you live your life by design. Why? Because you dictate what you do. Now, if you do nothing, you get no results. Just because you're a business owner and you pursue entrepreneur doesn't mean you're free. Matter of fact, when I first quit my job back in 2014, I put a 6-month notice in. And when I put the 6-month notice in, my supervisor said, "Ken, you don't need to give me a 6-month notice. All I need is 30 days. I said, "No, I made a decision." I was so excited that I made a decision to quit the job. I wrote the goal down for over probably 2 or 3 years before I finally made a decision and set that deadline. The point I'm getting at is when I quit my job, I thought I was free. I thought I was retired. I thought I was already going to be living my life by design. Little did I know that my first year quitting my job, I went from making 120 to 140,000 to making $12,000. So imagine the lifestyle change. Imagine the freedom being taken away because now I have to grind. Now I have to work on myself. Now I have to work on the business. Now I have to work on finding team members. Now I have to work on finding projects. Now I have to do estimating. Now I have to do bookkeeping, accounting. It's not easy, guys. When you pursue entrepreneurship, you pursue business, it's the moment that you're going to wear 14 to 15 different hats each and every day. Now, as you grow the business, as you get results, then that's when you can start bringing other team members in, like a marketing department, a human resource department, a project manager, foreman. Depending on what your business is, dictates what team members you need. But I'm here to tell you that it took me about 5 years of doing it by myself with 2 or 3 other people. I had to not only go out there and do the estimates, I had to also complete the job. And then I had to make sure that I took time to do lead intake so that I could get future opportunities lined up after that project was done. Because what happens is when you finish a project, you don't have another one, and guess what? The cash flow goes down. You don't make money, period. But guys, living my life by design has allowed me to take my life back. Not at first. Not at first. I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me at least 5 years before I saw results, and I started really seeing it in my 6th and 7th year. This is my 8th year full time in business since I quit my job, and now I'm seeing 200% growth every single year now, which is incredible. But you also get to a point where it has to become sustainable. And how does it become sustainable? You have to get team members in place. After you get team members in place, now you become more effective and more efficient. Guys, the dream is in the team. You cannot do it by yourself. You can at first, but it's not sustainable if you choose to grow, if you choose to do it on a larger scale, larger level. For me, money is just a number. Like, it doesn't matter what that number is, 1,000 or 1,000,000. It does not matter. All that matters is the data. What you are investing in, what you're doing, is it of benefit to you? Are you winning 80% of the time and losing 20% of the time? Because I'm here to tell you also that you will lose. You will lose. I still lose to this day, but I don't look at myself as a loser. I look at myself as a person that's going to come up with a strategy strategically so that I don't lose again. See, a lot of times when I lose, it's simply because I've never done it before. So I expect that. Matter of fact, whenever I pursue something new, I expect that I will lose at least 2 to 3 times before I'm out. So kind of like the 3-strike rule, right? You lose the first time, the second time you lose a little bit less, third time you lose a little bit less again. And then on the 4th try, finally, I have some success in most cases. Now, sometimes it goes longer than that. I remember when I first took my MHIC license test to become a licensed contractor in Maryland, I failed that test 5 times, guys. I was actually told that I had to wait 1 year before I took the test again. So with that being said, it's okay. If you fail, get back up, do it again, make it happen no matter what. Get to the drawing board, write on the whiteboard, write down on paper, do what you got to do to come up with a solution. If you have to research, read, hire a mentor, a coach, you don't have to do it by yourself. You have to get to a point where you have a team, guys. And when you start to build that team is when your life really starts to catapult to that next level. Trust and believe me, I know. I focus on teams, systems, automation each and every day. I haven't figured it all out. And look, I never will, because the world is constantly changing. But what I will do is I will adapt to whatever environment that is out there, period. I can survive in any country, any environment. Why? Because I have developed skills that will allow me to never, ever have to worry about income. Not only do I live off the land, I do agricultural. I'm also a technical analysis trader. I trade stocks, Forex, and crypto. I'm also a licensed contractor. I've been doing construction for 23 years, guys. I literally am that guy that can come in there and do the whole house by myself. I've done it many a times, and I have documentation of it. Trust and believe. I have been willing to do whatever it takes. On top of that, I'm a real estate investor. I buy, fix, flip, and I also rent properties. What I'm doing in 2023 is I'm going to be focusing on multi-units. So 4-plex, 8 units, 10 units, 15 units, and so on. That's going to be my strategy moving forward in this next market. I believe that the consumer projects will slow down, so consumers will not be spending as much because of fear in the marketplace, but not just fear, because they won't be able to afford to take that loan for that house, or to be able to take that loan for that second mortgage, etc. The buying power is not going to be there like the supply and demand has been right now, okay? And that's what happens when they lower interest rates. Obviously, everybody and their mother is going to go and get money and resources and buy this new car and buy this house. Some people are educated about how money works, and some people are not. You have to go out there and make the money, guys, but you have to put the money back to work. You cannot keep living paycheck to paycheck. I know what it's like. I used to make $120,000 to $140,000 a year, and I had $17 left over after my paycheck. Can you imagine owning a house, driving a brand new vehicle, of course, having toys. I had toys back then. I was way over leveraged. And then you don't have gas to put in your boat, your truck, or your toys that you have. So then you got to start selling stuff. I've been in the last market. So back in 2008, I actually bought my first house 19 years old, 2007. In 2008, the market dropped. So I wasn't in a fixed rate. I was in an adjustable rate. I had a 5.1 arm adjustable rate. I used to receive a letter in the mail every 6 months stating that your mortgage is going up. My mortgage went from $991 to $3,600 after being there for 4 years. I was in the process of finishing the basement using my resources so that I could rent it out. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it because the mortgage became unsustainable and I wasn't able to refinance to get into a fixed rate. I ended up going through bankruptcy back then, guys. It was bad. I was eating boiled eggs and pretzels every day. That was my food. And a treat on a Friday night was a double cheeseburger. Bad thing about it is I worked 3 jobs for 4 years before I bought my first house and still ended up losing it because I was uneducated. I didn't understand finance. I didn't understand economics. Nobody taught me about money. I have 7 generations in my family of workers, so blue collar, white collar, you know what I'm saying? People that work jobs for other people, investing into company, 401ks, et cetera, which we all know that when the stock market crashes, when you have a company 401k, you're going to lose money. Why? Because you're not in control of it. Now that I'm a business owner, I have what's called self-directed IRAs and solo 401ks. With these, I dictate the terms. I am the trustee. As long as it's paid back plus interest, you do not pay taxes on it. Now, listen, I am not a CPA or an accountant. I'm not licensed in that department. I am not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing what has worked for me, what I do to this day, because I live my life by design. A lot of you guys are afraid of leaving your job because of benefits, because of comfort, because of security. But I'm here to tell you, if you structure your life and you create a plan, you don't need to buy health insurance through an insurance company. You can actually set up a qualified retirement fund that has check writing capability, and you create your own health insurance plan. You create your own vacation plan. But not only are you saving this money in a platform that is producing interest, but you're also doing it tax deferred, guys. All of us have to pay taxes, I know, but at some point when you start to make more money, you got to find ways to invest your money so that your money is working for you. And then the only thing you pay is on your gains from that money. But it's pretty incredible once your money starts to produce income from for you. And there's so many different ways, guys. I do Amazon, um, eBay, you know, like I said, all the other things that I do as well. No matter what you want to do, you got to go from a want to a need, and you have to speak it into existence. So let's just use an example. Maybe there's somebody out there that loves baking cupcakes. There's a market for that. Okay. I don't eat cupcakes like that, is very rarely, probably once a year, if that, because I don't believe in putting sugar in my tank. It's very rare that I do that. Sugar is not good for you. Sugar is also a addicted drug. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm known for eating a whole box of Oreos or the whole box of cupcakes, but I understand it's not right. It's not good for my health. And I surely don't want diabetes. So I choose to eat right, not just because it makes me feel better, but because I know I'm going to live longer by pursuing a healthy diet. When we first came into this world, guys, I can tell you that the people lived off the land and the water. There was none of this processed stuff. So a lot of these cupcakes, a lot of the cereal, a lot of these bars, it's all processed. So it's not fully organic. It's not fully real. It's a lot of things in there that is not beneficial for your body. That's not giving your body what it needs to work at maximum capacity. So you got to get to the point where not only do you put good fuel in your brain, but you also put good fuel in your body. So guys, 2 of the things that you need to focus on moving forward through the week, through next week, for the rest of your life is yourself. I need for you to say, I will, I must, and I can. I will focus on myself. I will focus on my fitness. I will focus on my business. I will focus on my family. I need you to speak like this. Not I want to, not maybe tomorrow, not maybe next week, right now. And from now, you figure out what it is you're going to do for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, and start planning out your future, guys. I have 25-year goals right now. I know what I'm doing for the next 25 years. How incredible would it be to know which direction you're going for the next 25 years? Now, look, I understand as you pursue that journey or you pursue that mission or that route, you're going to experience some changes, some hardships, etc. The timeline might be thrown off a little bit. You might reach your goals faster than expected. You might not reach them at all. But do you give up? No, you don't. You just change the goal from 2022 to 2023. Listen, if you're truly passionate about it, if you truly love it, if you truly want to invest into yourself, into your future, into your community, you're willing to fail. You're willing to go through hardships. You're willing to take responsibility. Look, I have people working in my organization that make mistakes. I never blame anybody. I take the blame first of all, but then I have company meetings, right? I'm actually going to be going out to the field this afternoon because I've been having some people show up late. You know, you're supposed to start at 7 a.m. and they're showing up at 7:15, 7:20, etc. Look, I can't be anywhere on time in most cases when it comes to my renovation projects. That's why I have people out in the field on those projects. Now, when it comes to my clients, my customers, etc., you better believe that you're on time each and every day. You better be 15 minutes early. I've never, ever been late to a job. I've always been 15, 30 minutes early. And when everybody else was sitting there on their phone playing around, I was reading, I was writing down my goals. And that's how I was able to start my first business at 24 years old. That's how I was able to quit my job at 26 years old. I'm 37 right now. I've been living my life by design for almost 10 years now. And I feel like I'm just getting started each and every day. But we must understand that in this marketplace, in this economy, in this world, working a job just is not enough. I was in the job market. I told you guys I had to work 3 jobs before I bought my first house. And then I bought the first house uneducated and ended up losing it after about 3 to 4 years. So look, I know what it's like to go through pain, guys. I've died 3 times and been brought back to life. I'm grateful for the doctors. I'm grateful for the medical system. I'm grateful that they were able to save my life. I'm very extreme. I skydive. I do motocross. I flip houses. I start businesses. I am high risk, guys. Very high risk. So high risk that most people won't even insure me. But that's okay because I got my own insurance. I live my life by design. I don't need the traditional methods. I don't need to be average. I need to be above average. I need to be the best version of me. I have to focus on becoming the best version of me each and every day. I can never, ever get complacent. I can never, ever just lay in the bed. I can never, ever not answer my phone. I can never, ever respond back to a text. I can never, ever live with myself if I decide to do nothing. Okay? It's time to get busy now, guys. I don't care what day of the week it is. Stop having that negative mindset. It's hump day every day, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm here to tell you that you must do what you do every single day. Look, and if there's something new that you want to do and you're making excuses about you don't have time, I suggest you make time. Minimum, invest 30 minutes into yourself, guys. Into yourself. I guarantee most of you are going to sleep 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the night, waking up, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You eat breakfast. Yes, that's good. That's for yourself. Then you're on your way to the job, and then you get there and you work 8 hours. Some of you might work overtime, 10 hours, but then you come home and sit on the couch and do nothing. But then there's the same individuals that's crying and complaining about, oh my gosh, I'm sick of working this job. I'm sick of living paycheck to paycheck. But if you really sit there and evaluate your life, if you really sit there and look at the time that you actually have to work on yourself, to work on your goals, I guarantee you can start to make something happen. The problem is a lot of you expect for it to happen overnight. A lot of you expect for it to happen in a week. A lot of you expect for it to happen in a year. I'm here to tell you, you better get started now. And it's not going to happen that fast. If you've never done it before, it's going to take you at least 4 to 5 years before you see any results. I don't care what you do. You decide to become a painter. You decide to become a doctor. You decide to become a dentist. You decide to open up a Chick-fil-A. You decide to buy a Walmart franchise. It's a certain amount of investment year after year after year before you start to see a return. And that's the reason why entrepreneurs and business owners become successful, because we don't get paid every day. Matter of fact, guys, just so you know, in my construction business, I haven't made money all year, but I've been paying for materials. I've been paying for labor. I make money when the renovation project is done. And if I'm lucky, it's between an 8 and 15% profit margin, sometimes more. It really depends. It's a lot of variables when it comes to full renovations. But I'm not crying. I'm not complaining. It's fueling my lifestyle. I'm able to pay myself. I'm able to pay my guys. And then on the back end, you're going to see those benefits. But you have to be patient. You have to put in work. You have to do what you say you're going to do, no matter what. And look, there's many a days that I wake up and I just don't feel like doing it, but I push myself. I don't need nobody to say, Kenneth, get out of the bed. Kenneth, make your bed. Kenneth, brush your teeth. Kenneth, you have to exercise. I don't need nobody to tell me that. And that's the problem with most people, is most people need to be babysitted or they need to be pushed. And that's okay. But you have to get to the point where you do it yourself. When you get to the point where you do it yourself, you don't need nobody to tell you did a great job. You don't need nobody to tell you you're doing a bad job. You don't need nobody to push you, because you push yourself. Because you're constantly working on you, becoming the best version of you so that you can become truly successful. We're all going through challenges, guys. All of us. You look at some people and you see them living in a luxury apartment. You see them living in a 12,000 square foot house. You see them driving this car, driving that car, but you don't have a clue what they've gone through unless they've shared their story or unless they've documented the whole process. Look, I've documented everything that I've done over this last decade. I'm all over social media. When I started my business, I started with a 2001 Ford Ranger. I used to put a deck lumber package on a 2001 Ford Ranger so that I can go and get the job done. And then I had to pack up the deck job and go and do an electrical job. It was challenging, but I had to do what I had to do. I had to sacrifice who I was for who I become. And this is the thing too, guys. In 2023, I already have plans. I'm sacrificing who I am right now for who I will become. My ultimate goal is to make sure that I'm not worried about the construction business. I have a team in place that can take care of it, foreman on the job, superintendent, etc., project manager, and I can focus on teaching and educating. This is my true passion now, is to teach other people how to live their life by design, because I know all of you guys have skills. All of you guys are special. All of you guys are creative, each and every one of you, but you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, then how can you ever be of value to the world? If you don't believe it, nobody else is going to believe in you. If you walk up with your head down and you say, oh, maybe I'm going to be successful, the successful people won't take the time to speak to you. They might say, like, if somebody says that to me, I'm not sure if I'm going to be successful. I'll say, look, you better change your mindset. You better say, I will be successful. And matter of fact, take it a step farther and set a deadline. I will be successful by July 20th of 2022. Now, I know July 20th of 2022 is not here right now, but it doesn't matter. It's time to get busy now. It's time to create that plan so that you can be successful, guys. Life is not just winging it, okay? I've been successful winging it, but I become more successful when I strategically create a plan and I execute. This is where the true success happens. Again, I know it's hard, but take the time out to work on yourself. If you take anything away from this, guys, I need for you to get your mind right, and I need for you to get your body right. You need to be doing activity every day. It's not beneficial for you to lay on the couch and eat Oreos all night watching a TV show, and then you go to sleep or you fall asleep on the couch. Get off that couch, turn off that TV, and go out there and ride a bike. Go fishing. Go for a walk. I don't know what you like, but figure it out. But I'm constantly working on myself. I'm constantly working on my business. I'm constantly working on my family. Success is every day. Success takes a lot of discipline, guys. A lot of discipline. You have to become unbreakable. But when you become unbreakable, you become blessed. And also remember this: the more people's dreams that you bring to life and goals that you bring to life is the closer you will get to bringing your dreams and goals to life. Before I got paid for finishing basements, before I got paid for finishing decks, I did it for free so that I could learn. I worked with companies. I did it for family. I still do things for free. Right now, I'm doing epoxy for free for certain people. All they have to do is buy the material, and I do the work to create that data, that portfolio that I need to start really pushing that business, because I love the epoxy so much. But pretty much everything that I've ever done, guys, I didn't get paid for it at first. My first mentor for real estate, I explained to him that I was willing to work for him for free to do cold calling. And as I did that, I did it for free. I closed and booked an appointment. We went out there. We ended up putting an offer on the house. When he closed, he gave me $2,500. I didn't ask for the money. But look, when he gave that to me, I realized that he valued me because I put in the work, the effort. I didn't ask for anything. And then guess what? I got a reward for it. Didn't even ask for it. Didn't even expect it. So do you know how that motivated me to go even harder, to invest even more into wholesaling, into real estate, etc.? Because I now got a reward for it, but I had to go through the pain first before that reward came. And then when you get that reward, guys, you don't just blow it, spend it all, get rid of it. You have to put it back to work, whether it's back into your business, into your family, into some qualified retirement funds, life insurance. That's totally up to you. You have to make a decision where you move your money, but stop spending 100% of your money and start investing. Again, I live by the 80-20 rule. So I'm living off 20%, investing 80. I'm winning 80% of the time and losing 20% of the time. But when I first got started, it wasn't like that. A lot of times I was winning 10% of the time and losing 90% of the time. That's okay. It's okay. Don't let it keep you down. Don't let it break you. Don't let it slow you down. Get back up and get 20% and then 30 and 40 and 50. And then one day you get 100%, 120%. Because you're putting in 120% effort, okay? But again, you still have to expect to lose. It's impossible to win all the time. And I think that's what happens with most people is they get sidetracked or they become negative because they lost. But it's okay. Beat yourself up a little bit, but get back up and make it happen. Come up with a solution. Come up with a plan of execution. Do some research. Hire a mentor, a coach, and stop making excuses about you can't. Because I'm here to tell you, you can, you will, and you must. You will because you have no other options, guys. It's time to live your life by design. You must because your family is dependent on you. You can because you can talk, you can walk, you have hands, you have legs. And even if you are missing certain parts to your body, that's no excuse neither. Because look, I can lose arms and legs and I will still do what I do. I haven't lost any limbs yet, but I have bulged discs. I've broken a ton of bones, at least 12 bones in my lifetime. I've had 6 surgeries. I know what it's like to go through pain. I grew up in distressed areas. I was facing 30 years at 15 years old for counterfeit money, drug possession. I changed my life, guys. So can you. So look, let's wake up and win. It's Wake Up Wednesday. Go out there and make it happen. Go and crush this day. Make it happen, okay? Until next time, remember, life is great. Don't be scared.